You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my tune. Choo-ah. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. You better join in. You better grab that tambourine. Bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my tune. Choo-ah. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this.
So it's been a while now since I actually started this bowl. Well, not bowl, sink for a friend of mine. And it's lost shape a little bit. It's slightly gone a little bit funny. So I'm going to re-hone the sides in just to get me my natural shape back what I wanted. So it's nice and true. And then we're going to start hogging out the middle. I'm going to bring the tail support up when I start. Well, actually, before I start doing anything, I'm going to bring the tail support up. Just give me a little bit of stability because it's quite a chunky piece and it's only on my standard 50mm jaws. So we'll bring some up, bring a bit of support, and then we'll hollow out. We'll leave a cone in the middle to bring that out. So let's get over. Let's start truing it up, and let's see how it comes out. I did drill out the bottom piece a bit bigger to take the pop-up waste. So the jaws, I've had to put some rubber on the jaws to hold it tight, but it'll be okay. So let's go over and have a look at it. So I'm going to address this first, get rid of some of this wobble. I'm not worried about getting rid of all of it. I want to clean this edge up because I really want to, I'm not going to make, I'm going to cut quite a lot off the top of this because obviously we've got that there and I don't want to take it down to what that is there. So I just want to try and clean up some of that wobble Can't get the tool slot around there because obviously post is hitting on the bowl. But we'll see what we can do just to get rid of some of it and go from there. Like I say, I got the tail stock up to hold it secure. So let's just see if we can get rid of some of this wobble. And you can see the much difference there was. I can sand that out now, you won't really see that. So I'm happy with that. This is roughly the depth I'm going to go anyway. So we need to take that mount off. So let's get rid of the tool rest and we'll sand that. So that's the bottom part finished then. So I can actually get rid of a lot of the rest of that through sanding. So make sure extraction's on. So we're sanded back up to 400 grit. And they're going to clean that with some methylated spirits just to get any dust out of the grain. And we'll give it a coat of sand and sealer. Then that'll be the bottom finished, ready for our final finish on it. Beautiful piece of wood. Hopefully once we get get some resin on it, it should bring out the natural bits of it. So let's get some sand and sealer on it. So what I'm going to do, just going to use a Scotch-Brite just to denib that, just to take some of the where the sand and sealer is just swollen the grain a little bit, just to smooth up a little bit. Just bring it back nice and smooth. So there we go. Outside nice and true now. We didn't lose too much, only took the minimum amount off. Again, like I said, we're going to take it down to there, so that's going to be your bowl depth anyway, which will be around about 5 inches deep, which I think is plenty deep enough for a camper van bowl. So what we need to try and do now is start hogging some of this out of here. Let's change cameras. So unfortunately, you're not going to really be able to see a lot until I start. So hopefully you'll be able to see some of that we're going to start hogging out. So we'll see what happens. So let's start getting this out. So like I said all along, I'm going to start leaving that cone in the middle. We're gradually going to work through to it.
Tell me how to be closer to ya. Tell me how and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna make you feel what we do about ya. So just tell me how and I'll do it, babe. I love it when you whisper in my ear, words only meant for me to hear. Promise that your secret's safe with me. You're the only reason, yes, you're the only reason. Baby, you're the answer to my prayers. Feeling like the world's in our hands. Now I know that this is meant to be. You're the only reason, yes, you're the only reason.
for a minute. I'm down about 3 inches. So what I want to do is I want to take the tailstock out, I want to clean a bit of this out, and then we can move the tail, get this side finished up to our thickness, which I can't do while the tailstock's in, so get this finished up, then clean this out, and then we'll move the tailstock in and repeat the process. So that's about keeping the bowl nice and secure so we don't get any jumping about. So I'm struggling to get my gouge in there with the tailstock in because I can't really get it back far enough to sort it, but we'll sort it. Really, if I clean this out first, the tailstock can go back in. Actually, that might give me a better idea. So let's just clean that hump in the middle there out.
Time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.
Take this piece out now to then we can clean the bottom up. It's got a bit of funny shape. It's not quite as round as what it was, but we'll see if we can clean up the outside afterwards. What I do is I want to drill the hole through for the waste, and where the waste goes around. Just want to put a little bit of a recess so the waste actually goes in a little bit deeper, so the water flows out. So what we'll we'll do now is work out what size our waist is, and got a hole through there. We'll cut a hole through there. A hole for our waist. What we need to do now is work out what the outside rim of that is to give us a little lip. So the outside rim of that is 60 millimeters. So we know that's 40. So I'm going to go there to start with. Just keep working out until we get it right. Going to be using a scraper again. So I want enough just so that sits, this bit here sits just below the surface. That's what I'm looking for. Pointing tool just to mark that. Just because I don't get so much tear out then, hopefully. Oh. It's always a patience game, taking your time, little bits at a time, little bits at a time. You can always take a bit more out, but you can't put extra in. Nearly there now, just a little tiny bit more. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit too big, but we'll get it as close as we can. So there we go, we got there in the end. As you can see, got a nice finish on it. It's taken me about 2 months to get this finished, but we got there in the end. The original coating I was going to give, I was going to use polyester resin, but for some reason the resin didn't cure and it sat for about 6 days and it was still tacky. So I had to turn it all back to the bare wood, and then we had to sand it back up to 800 grit, and then I bought some Rustins. I'll show you what it is. Rustins plastic coating. It says the toughest finish of all furniture and interior wood, heat impact, alcohol and solvent resistant, fast drying, clear finish for wood and cork. I was recommended this, and I really do recommend it. It is really good finish, as you can see. The first coat I gave it, I thinned with some cellulose thinners to thin it down a little bit so it soaked into the wood nice and deep. And then I put once that dried, I sanded it back to 800. Then I put 8 additional coats on top of that, with sanding in between up to 800 grit to give me this glass-like finish. On the final coat, all I've polished is I have actually polished this up to get the final mirror finish. So I sanded up to 800 grit. I then went over with the Yorkshire Grit Microfine. I then went over with the Chestnut Products burnishing cream. Then I went over with a automotive fine cut and paste because I still had some real fine scratches in after the burnishing cream. And then I've gone over the top of it, once all the scratches were out of it, I've gone over the top of it with Autoglim high resin polish to give me that silky smooth finish and that nice deep shine. So as you can see from the overhead, I'll just show it over. As you can see from the overhead, it got a nice shine on there, like a mirror, because you can see where the light is. So I'm really pleased with that finish. So like I say, a little bit of perseverance. It's taken a little while to get there, but we're there. Now I'm really happy. All I've got left to do now is I'm going to leave it 24 hours so that all the wax and that and the polishes can dry off. Then I'll come in there and give it a final buff. And then I've just got the sink plunger to put in there, which I'm going to silicone in a little bit, just to make it a little bit watertight, just in case. And then it's ready for the customer. So yes, I've really enjoyed it. Like I say, it's taken me quite a while. Like I say, it's taken around about 2 months on and off. I was a little bit disheartened when the resin wouldn't go off because I couldn't work out why the resin wouldn't go off. There was no issue with the mixing of the resin. The resin was the right quantities, but there you go, that's what it was. So we turned it off, and to be honest, I am glad we did because that Rustins has given me a better finish. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed it. I apologise if it's a long video. Like I say, this video has been going on for 2 months. So what it comes out at, I do not know because I've got loads of footage that I need to edit. So if it's a long one, I do apologise. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please smash that like and share button, and let's get the word out. Let's see if we can get other people to make their own sinks as well. I'm actually going to make one for myself as well now for my upstairs bathroom because I've really enjoyed doing it. I think it's something nice. So if it's the first time to your channel or to the channel, then I hope you've enjoyed what you watched. If you have, then please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification button. And then hopefully we'll see you on the next video. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming over and watching. Take care, speak to you soon, and bye for now.